Basketball is a sport where tall superhumans use their size to dominate. But every now and then a little guy comes along to change the game. What's good with it, folks? I'm back with a build that is long overdue. I present to you the SPUD. This is a powerful, slightly budget 1080p gaming beast and hands down the smallest case that I've built in to date. Now before we get to the actual build process, let's check out the parts list and see what's all crammed inside. First, let's start with the case. Man, this thing is small, what she didn't say. So what we have here is the built Geeek A50 Plus. I'm straight geeked out on how small and tiny this is. Right now it's going for about $69, and then you spend $20 for the PCIe Ryzen card. Let's keep it moving. Boom! Y'all already might know what this is, but this is the Ryzen 1600, but it's not just the regular Ryzen 1600, it's the Ryzen 1600 AF, because it's Ryzen as $85. These are flying off the shelves because it's unremarkable value. And this comes with a cooler, but we will not be using that cooler because, pow, got the Noctua NH-L9A AM4 Chromax dot black. I didn't have to say the dot, but I wanted to. That is crazy. That's small. Okay, we're pairing that with the ASRock B450 Gaming Fatality ITX. As you can see, this one is already upgraded for Ryzen 3000. That means it should be pretty much plug and play without needing to update the BIOS, but I'll let you guys know if you need to do that later on. Up next, we have the Corsair SF450. I went with the SF series. These are really small, really powerful. And last but not least at all is the Power Color Radeon 5600 XT, man. This thing is a tiny beast. Shout out to the good folks over at Power Color for sending this over. We're gonna check this out. I also have a full review of this coming. All the prices, links, everything. Y'all check down below in the description. But who's ready to build this thing? Now once everything was initially put together, I soon realized I didn't have any fans for the build, and the A50 Plus has room for 3 92mm fans across the top. So to keep the same vibe as the CPU cooler, I ordered 3 Noctua NF-B9 Redux fans, but soon realized that at 25mm high, they were slightly too tall. So I followed that up with 3 Noctua NF-A9 Chromax fans that are only 14mm tall and fit perfectly. With this case being so minuscule, I was definitely worried about the thermals, but I figured with 3 fans exhausting hot air out of the top, mixed with the well-ventilated side panels, that would be enough to keep SPUD cool while I blasted noobs with extreme prejudice. So as we go into the benchmarks, please remember I kept everything stock, only going into the BIOS to enable the XMP profile for the RAM. Now for the purpose of this video alone, sorry, there will be a follow-up, so make sure that you're subbed. I focused on gaming in 1080p at high settings because I think that's where the 5600 XT really shines. First, to test the 1600 AF a bit, I got a score of 2651 in Cinebench R20, but we'll come back to deep dive into CPU performance a little bit later. Starting with the synthetic benchmark, I ran heaven at 1080p on high and finished with a score of 3115 with an average FPS of 123.7. Jumping into some games with some canned benchmarks, I started off with GTA 5. Now you may think, why? Nobody cares about this game is old. Just try telling that to Epic, as they still try to recover from the hit their service took from giving it away free. Setting everything to high in GTA gave me an average FPS of 110.68, and honestly it ran buttery smooth on my 144Hz monitor. Up next was Far Cry New Dawn in 1080p with the HD resolution pack enabled, and we get an average of 83 FPS. That holds about the same as we move over to Ghost Recon Breaking Point and churn out a similar 82 frames per second. After blasting some goofies in the latest Borderlands release, I ran the can bench and finished with a tasty 75.22 FPS average. Shooting midget monsters never felt so good. To wrap up the canned benchmarks, I traveled through time to Spartan kick some fools in one of the most demanding recent titles, AC Odyssey. SPUD rose to the occasion, maintaining that sweet spot of 60 FPS at 1080p high. Believe me, that's not bad at all. Now you can see that for gaming, this combo can thoroughly lodge its foot deep into the hindquarters of whatever game you want to play. But do the thermals make SPUD a tiny box of hot fries, or keep it cool like your auntie's potato salad? No, not that auntie. The other auntie, the one that can actually cook. To really push things to the limit, I used the method from Dawit Does Tech Stuff and ran both Ada64 to stress test the CPU and Furmark at 1080p to stress the 5600 XT. For the CPU, well, the Tiny Noctua cooler is proof that good things come in small boxes, as for other than two random spikes that peaked at 78C, it maintained an average of 60C under load. As for our Lilliputian m-itx graphics card, the max current temp hit 69C and the max junction temp rose to 80C. Now this really wasn't cause for concern, as the junction temp, aka the hotspot, is verified to be within spec up to 110C on these AMD cards, but still, I didn't want to push it. So I simply went in and enabled the custom fan curve, which Optimum Tech goes into more specifically, and ran the test again. This time, 20 minutes with Ada64 and Furmark produced the same results for the CPU, and our new GPU temps topped out at 62 max GPU current temp and 71C at the hotspot. Honestly, to me, the fan noise was quite bearable, but here is a quick sound test so you can hear it yourself. Now back to the overall build. I have to say honestly that I have mixed feelings when it comes to the Geeek A50 Plus. I love the size at just under 10 liters, and for me, compared to other more premium small form factor cases, the price is just right. Well, when it's in stock. But the overall plasticky feel and somewhat complicated build process may turn off prospective buyers. Now I have been asked to see how portable it is and place it in a book bag. Yes, you can do that, but honestly, I don't know how secure I would feel taking this around with those acrylic side panels and overall plasticky build. But I do have a different option to give it a better look and possibly some better stability. Now, thanks to a Reddit user by the name of Eddie, I got some custom panels here in this box that I've been waiting to put on just for you guys. I'm pretty excited about this. I've been waiting to do this with y'all. Let me grab my knife. I don't have my little unboxing knife, so I had to get the actual little unboxing knife. Shout out to Eddie sending these all the way from Canada. Ooh, get that out of here. Oh man, y'all see this? That's cool. Oh man, I'm hyped to put these on. There's two. Now these are custom aluminum panels. He fashioned these himself. He explained the process on Reddit. I will try to link to it down below. And he's not selling these, like he's not mass producing these. I think he just made a couple, and I happen to be one of the first people to DM him and be like, yo, I need to check these out. So I'm gonna put these on. Let's just go ahead and put them on. Now this really is just a side of clear acrylic, and it's pretty stable, but it's pretty flimsy as well. One thing that I will admit that you probably, I'm sure somebody has mentioned down in the comments below, is I do think I have the power supply turned the wrong way. You know, usually you would have the power supply fan facing outward so that it just exhausts air. But the good thing about this power supply fan is it really never spins up because the system doesn't get that hot. And like I said, even under load sometimes it's not even spinning up. So I'm not mad at it at all. Let's get this other panel off. Get these out of here. We'll use the same thumb screws. Oh man. Oh, y'all. This feels so much better. I am blown away by how this came out. I really love this small, tiny build, and I want to go smaller, man. I want you guys to let me know what cases would you be interested in me checking out here going forward. I know it's a tough thing to get your hands on some of them, so I'm gonna work my magic and try to make some things happen. But overall, what do you think of the SPUD? And this is the SPUD with the special black shoes. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. I'm gonna get up out of here. Now make sure you're subbed because I have an actual full review of this m-itx graphics card. Big shouts to the folks over at Power Color for sending it over. I'm gonna get up out of here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and never forget to holla at your boy.